My name is Milan Budisavljevic, student of Professional Reading and Writing in IT/IS Strategy at Swinburne University of Technology. In this short video, I will be presenting my findings after researching a new and controversial emerging trend in crowdfunding, specifically named crowdsourced equity funding. I will be talking about the traditional crowdfunding model, the crowdsourced equity funding model, the current trends around the world, some of the limitations of crowdsourced equity funding in Australia, and what the future may bring. First, let's take a look at the traditional crowdfunding model. A simple Google search on crowdfunding results in a heap of platforms like GoFundMe and Posable. On these platforms, there are hundreds of campaigns seeking funding for projects of all different weird and wonderful things. These campaigns are created by people like entrepreneurs. They have an innovative idea and use the internet to showcase it. There are many contributors who visit these platforms, pick a campaign they think deserves a chance at the big shot, and donate some money towards it. The whole idea is that small contributions from lots of people equals a lot of money. So you put money into the idea, and there is success. The entrepreneur has a product to go to market with. Crowdsourced equity funding makes use of the same platforms. However, campaigners are now businesses who are seeking funds for expansion or to start up. Contributors are now investors that have entered an agreement with the business. Once the business reaches its raising target, it conducts its business operations as stated in their campaign. Once the business starts generating a profit, the investors are given a return on their investment. This allows businesses to attain financial assistance outside of the traditional methods of going to a bank, where most small businesses or entrepreneurs would not even get approved. Countries around the world, such as the UK, US, and New Zealand, have adopted crowdsourced equity funding and have created governing bodies and legislative frameworks to ensure businesses adhere to sets of rules which in turn protect the investors. The uptake of this form of financing in the UK has experienced an immense growth at a rate of 410%. After securing funding, 70% of businesses increased their turnover and 60% increased employment. 54% of these businesses sought capital expansion and 46% sought seed or startup capital. So if there are so many benefits to this innovative financial system, why haven't we heard more about it in Australia? Well, it is a very simple answer. Despite how some depict the Australian economy and the benefits that crowdsourced equity funding could bring to the economy, the Australian government has declared the use of crowdsourced equity funding illegal. There are currently no legislations in place to allow this activity to take place within Australia. Thankfully though, the business community and the Australian government understand there is a need for additional sources of finance. A legislation has been introduced into Parliament in the spring session. It will form part of the $5.5 billion Growing Jobs and Small Business package of the 2015 to 2016 budget, and will implement its own set of rules and regulations to protect investors, as other countries around the world have done. Australian businesses will soon have the okay to see and experience the growth and benefits other businesses around the world are currently experiencing. I hope you enjoyed watching, just as much as I enjoyed researching this topic and creating this presentation.